All right, get this one rocking right off the gate. So here we are with, that should say, Unit 7, Lesson 5 and 6. This time we're combining Lessons 5 and 6, and this is actually Unit 7. So, right now, we'll take a quick fix of that. There we go. Make sure that we know actually what we're talking about. So here's the homework that was due from Lesson 4. And we'll scroll up. And the remembering side. And we'll scroll up. Alright, now let's turn to page 273. And right now we are just we're going to kind of skip over Puzzle Penguin, even though it's you know Puzzle Penguin, he doesn't always get things. So let's take a look down here. Now here we are multiplying fives with fives. It says find each product and complete the chart below. One factor in each problem contains a 5. Discuss the patterns you see for the number of zeros in each product. How does the number of zeros in the product relate to the number of zeros in the factors? Well, we've kind of already talked about that. That the number of zeros in the factors has to be the same number of zeros in the product. Well, there at least has to be that many. All right. So now let's take a look. We have 5 times 20. We can break 20 into 10 times 2. And then we can take 5 times 2 and get 10. Now we have 10 times 10. And so we know what 10 times 10 is. That's 100. And there's 2 zeros in the answer. All right. So now we have 5 times 40. 50 times 40. Well, 50 times 5 times 10 is 50. 4 times 10 is 40. We can then multiply 40 times 5 and get 20, and 10 times 10 and get 100. Now, we can look at this. 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 zeros in our answer, and then 2. So there were 2 here, 3 zeros here. 1 0 here, 2 zeros here. Let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3. So we know we're going to have at least 3. And then we know because 5 times 6 is 30 that we're going to have 1 more 0. So when we are multiplying by 5 and there's a 0, we know we're going to get 1 more 0 than what is in our factors. Does that make sense? So this one, 5 times 8 is 40. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did my 40 first from 5 times 8, and then I wrote the rest of my zeros. So let's look at the next page. Alright, so now we have something similar. So I'm going to go back here real quick. So this was 5 times an even number. Now we have 5 times an odd number. So 5 times 3 is 15. And then we have the 1 0 here. So we add it. 5 times 5 is 25. And we have 2 zeros, so we add them. 5 times 7 is 35. And then we have 1, 2, 3 zeros. 5 times 9 is 45, and then we have 4 zeros. So when we have 5 times an odd number with a 0 at the end, we have the same number of zeros as we do in the factors. So again, let's take a look here. 5 times 8, 40, plus this 1 0. 5 times 7, 35, plus this 1 0. 5 times 9, 45, plus this 1 0. 5 times 6, 30, plus these 2 zeros. And this, so I want you to do number 9, and I want you to do number 10 on your own. Go ahead and pause. And you're all done. Great. So now, if you did this correctly, you would get 11,800 points. Now, if you did number 10 correctly, you would get 29,000 feet. Let me know if you have any questions on that. And then we're going to turn to the next page, 275. Alright, so this is just a continuation of what we've been working on, multiplying some of these. So like this one has a 0, so we know that there'll be a 0 at the end. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 3, 27, plus 4, 31, and we get our answer, 3,150. Alright, so I would like for you to work on numbers 13, 14, and 15, 13, all of these, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Alright, go ahead and start that now. Go ahead and pause. All right, you have finished. So you hopefully you have all of your work shown over here, or you got a separate sheet of paper to help you out. On this one, it would be 31,000 miles. Number 14, 576 seats. Number 15 is 10,200 toothpicks. And number 16, 5,700 miles. And the last one, number 17, 673,806 square meters squared, or square meters. Alright, so that just gives you a little bit more practice. If you're still not sure, if you got these all wrong, what I would recommend is picking some of these and do them and then have me see if they're the right answer. And then you can go ahead and work on your homework. Here it is. We're not going to do the going further page, I don't think. Well, actually, maybe we will just briefly. So going further, it talks about estimating the product. So it's the same kind of thing. So we can estimate this to be 70 and this to be 40. And then we can multiply 44 times 7, and we get 28, and we add 2 zeros. So we know that 68 times 41 will be about 2,800. So this would multiply or estimate to 60, and this would estimate to 600, and then we can multiply and say that there would be about 36,000 as that product. So because I did 6 times 6 got 36, and I added the 3 zeros. So again, this is just working with putting the zeros back in. Alright, so if you want to give these a try, go ahead. I'll be happy to look them over with you. But here is your homework. Notice it is 5 and 6. Alright, Urbis, out.